moved to Walnut Creek in '59, and we met Betty and Jim, and we had a long, wonderful friendship. And Betty was the one who started the brunch group that we met for about 3 years, and until just recently. My husband died in '06, and we continued for a while, and then it just got to be too hard to go between Davis and Walnut Creek. But I remember all of what you were saying about the Kennedy King and the economists and all the discussions, and Jim was a special person, as is Betty, and I enjoyed it very much.
Thank you so much. Carol?
Yes, I was just going to add one thing on the sports, is Jim was a Giants fan for years. He wouldn't follow the A's because Finley, he hated Charlie Finley while he owned the A's. And when the A's transferred ownership, he started getting season tickets to A's game. And since my son's not here, one of his special memories that he told me this last week was going to A's games with his grandparents, and particularly with his granddad. He always went to 2 or 3 games a year with Betty and Jim, or with just Jim. And that's a very special memory. And my son is now a total A's fan, just like his dad.
Caelin?
I'm Caelin, I'm his granddaughter. I just wanted to share that my grandfather is probably one of the best listeners in our family. He always asked very direct and poignant questions, and he never beat around the bush. And he was going to tell you out, he was going to tell you out. But he really wanted to get to know you, and if you talked to him, his focus was always on you. Even if you're in a large group of people, if he wanted to speak to you, he looked you in the eye, and he spoke directly to you and asked you questions, like direct questions about who you are. I always appreciated that.
Phyllis?
I don't know how many of you know that years ago he befriended a young man who he thought was imprisoned for no reason. He was an innocent person, and he did everything he could to help get him out of prison. I think he's still in prison to this day. He spent a lot of money, and he went to visit him at regular intervals. And I mean, just to see what a good heart Jim had to help this poor kid.
That's true. Jack?
I always knew that Jim liked sports, so we joined the Concord Bocce Ball League, and we played about 10 years. And so that night we all turned Italian, went out there and drank wine and threw the ball. So I think Jim enjoyed it. We all enjoyed it. It was good for us too, besides that.
Thank you. Anyone else? I think our time is almost up.